going to teach you about the top 3 best armors in Hypixel Skyblock. The best armor to do the most amount of damage. The best armor to get the most amount of effective HP, which is basically how much damage you can take. I'll also tell you about the best armor for the most mana. Let's get straight into the armors. The best armor to deal damage is... So with Superior Dragon Armor, you get 450 health, 600 defense, 80 strength, 12% speed, 28% crit chance, 80% crit damage, and 120 mana. So it's basically a good all-rounder. So it's good for effective HP, not the best, but still like pretty tanky. And also, it's the best to do the most amount of damage, but it's still pretty good in mana. I guess you can't really say it's good in mana, but it's good in effective HP and damage. But you can't forget the full set bonus. You get an extra 5% bonus on all the stats. So it's your base stat. So whenever I say base, it's just the stat you had before, plus 450 times 105%. You have to multiply 105% every single time, making all of your stats better. This is why it's such a great all-rounder, but it's the best for damage. Also, a good little note is that you usually get 100% crit chance. So you always get a crit chance, most of the time, unless you don't have that much stuff. And a friend gave you Godly Superior Dragon Armor. But if you got it yourself, by doing every single thing, then you probably have 100% crit chance. Also, you probably pass 300% crit damage. That's why it's so good for damage. So, Superior Dragon Armor costs usually 24 million coins, but if you're very lucky and you get a lot of frag snipes that are very cheap, because people don't actually look that much at fragments because there's so many fragment sellers, you might actually get it from lower than 10 mil, but that's very rare, so your expectation should be around 20 million. The best armor to take damage is best armor for effective HP. Surprisingly, for most people, is Mastiff armor. And you might think, no, it gives you 0 defense. It must be trash. But it's actually very good. Of course, sometimes Perfect Armor Tier 10 or Very Wise Dragon Armor using a zombie sword, which I'll talk about later on, might be better. But I calculated a lot of instances that are pretty much regular if you got the armor yourself. Mastiff armor is like one of the best armors. The reason why Mastiff armor is so good is just because the full set bonus. So the crit damage is multiplied by 50. So for each 1% crit damage you have, you get 50 health. And also you get 2,300 health because each piece of the armor gives you 575 health. 575 times 4 is 2,300. And also, although people say that you get minus 10,000 defense, you actually have 0 because your defense can't go below 0. It's not like your defense will go below 0. But the sad thing is that the crit damage and crit chance gets halved. So it's basically trash for fighting. You shouldn't use Mastiff armor if you want to do as much damage. Then use Superior Dragon Armor. Although it won't be as tanky, it'll still be very good. You also get a 2,000 health bonus from Godly because Godly gives you crit damage, and crit damage you multiply it by 50. So it's an insane bonus. So with Godly Mastiff Armor, you can usually go over 19,000 health with this, and that is overpowered. And also there are a lot of mobs that only take the real health, like Sven Packmaster. So when you're fighting Sven Packmaster, it only looks at your health. It's so overpowered for fighting those kind of monsters. Because like Perfect Armor Tier 10, people say it's the tankiest, but for fighting monsters like Sven Packmaster, it actually sucks because Perfect Armor Tier 10 only gives you defense, and it completely ignores defense. But you shouldn't use this set for mana, crit damage, and crit chance and speed because it doesn't give you any bonus. Well, it does, but it's basically not that useful. With Mastiff armor, you might be able to get 99 to 90% crit chance, but it doesn't really matter if your crit damage is very bad. Also, the next reason why this is better than Very Wise Dragon armor, which is if you use the zombie slow, you become very tanky, is just because if you get one shot, then it doesn't matter. If you get two shot and you don't have the reflex to hit the right click button, it also doesn't matter. Another thing about the full set bonus, I don't know if it's glitched or not because it's way too overpowered. Like seriously, it heals you 2% of your health every single time an enemy hits you. And you might think, oh, it's only 2%, that's like nothing. But no, if you have 19,000 health, which you probably will get, then it literally heals you like, I don't know, but that's like 400 health. That's probably like 350 or something, but that's a lot of health. That's more than Zealots do to you. So if you're fighting Zealots, then they don't do any damage at all. So it's basically being invincible to anything weaker than Zealots, even the runic ones. So the Mastiff armor, there's a lot of different things that you need to get. So it's probably gonna be hard to grind because you have to grind so many different things. But it's actually very cheap. Like you might see at the auction, people are paying a lot more than they need to for Mastiff armor because you only need to pay 3 million coins. Just 3 million. But the hard thing is that you have to do the Slayer quest and you need Slayer level 6 in the Wolf to actually get it. And that's like 15 hours of grinding, so that's where the hard part goes. It only really costs 3 million coins if you actually grind for it, like get the growth set and do the golden teeth and do the gold. By the gold, it's only around 3 million coins, so not that expensive. The best armor to get mana is if you combine Crystal armor and Wise Dragon armor, you can get slightly higher results, but this is only one armor. So if you really want to get mana, get Crystal armor and Wise Dragon armor. So enchant your Crystal armor with Wise, wear it, and then wear Wise Dragon armor. But it only works when you're in a very low sunshine level, so you might want to keep the Wise Dragon armor so you don't have to waste money because Crystal armor really only works when there's a lower sunshine level. But let's go to the Wise Dragon armor. So it gives you 350 health, 500 defense, and 200 mana. And that might seem like, that's so terrible. I'm never getting Wise Dragon armor. But no, when you have the Reforged Wise, it gives you an extra 400 mana and 8% speed and 20 health, but nobody really cares about that. But 600 mana still isn't much. But the full set bonus comes in again to save the day. It doubles your mana, so it's base plus 600 times 2. So I've calculated this. With Crystal armor combined with Wise Dragon armor, you can get over 5,700 mana. But without any base stats, you can get 1,200 mana. I will just tell you how insane that is from now. You can basically get 400% speed infinitely. You know Technoblade's video about becoming the fastest man on Earth? Well, you can do that with the Wise Dragon armor because you can have 400% speed infinitely. You're gonna be 4 times faster than anyone, infinitely. You just have to right click. Yeah. You can teleport 407 blocks with ease. And if you max it out with Crystal armor, you can teleport 2,000 blocks. Isn't that insane? I think that's way higher than the build limit. And also when you teleport with the aspect of the end, sadly, there's a 400% speed limit, so you can't go over that, but it's still very fast. And Wise Dragon armor is varying right now, but it's around 4 to 8 million coins. You just have to kill a Wise Dragon, and if you do good, then you can get pieces. So it's not that hard. It's around 4 to 8 million coins. I think that Wise Dragon armor is the best since you can get 2,000 health regularly, and when you max it out, it's 8,000 health. And multiply that by your defense, and you're actually so tanky. You can also teleport to get the best loot. Like, when you look at the Magma Cube boss, you can teleport faster than people through ender pools, which means you have a very good advantage. Most of the time nowadays, people just camp where the Magma Cube spawns and then the boss dies in like 4 seconds, so it doesn't really matter. But like for Ender Dragon, it takes so long, and then when the Ender Dragon finally dies, you can just teleport to it. If you found something new today, please hit that like button, and if you like this kind of content, please subscribe. So I guess it's time to say bye-bye.